All right, it's time to get started. We can't even talk about our weekends. You have different hair, though.
I got bangs.
She got the bang. And actually, I think last episode we were talking about how you were trying to do the black. And
Yeah, I
got it in.
decided just to bite the bullet and do it with the real deal.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. If I want to get it out, though, that's another thing. But we'll worry about that later.
Yeah, but
That's something for tomorrow.
for
Another day. We'll
time.
cross that bridge when we come to
We
it.
sure will.
But I got bangs, and I love them.
Yeah, it's cool. You look a little edgy.
I look like a cool girl.
Yeah, you look like a cool girl. And I feel like, it's a little past Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have been a nice, like,
I
witchy.
know. It would have been.
But it's still fall vibe. It's giving fall vibes.
The bangs are like, you really got to want them to
Yeah.
get them, you know?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it for a while.
But they'll grow out.
I love them.
I'm just saying, like, bangs.
Yeah,
doesn't
they grow
matter.
fast.
Yeah.
I usually
think
do
they're
it in the
very cute.
winter, and then summertime I'm like, nope.
Yeah, once you get bored of the look. But I like it. It's a nice little edgy, punky look. The only other thing to report is I might have a new job, but I'm not going to say it. Now, we have an episode about something fun. Not fun, actually.
It's actually the opposite.
It's the opposite fun. It's usually a stressful situation.
We got listener stories again,
Yeah,
which we're kind of liking it.
Yeah, we actually recorded these in November, so this is technically like what November's theme was, but it's December now, but
But we're still
that's
going.
okay. Well, we're talking about basically roommates from hell. We're talking about roommates that did us dirty, did us wrong,
Mm-hmm.
bad roommate situations. And
Yep.
I like this where we come up with a question and we ask the crowd.
Yeah.
So we interviewed 3 friends, 3 listeners of the pod.
Three listeners.
And we also have some stories to tell of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see how long this episode goes.
Yeah.
We might split it up into 2. We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
But without further ado, I'm Kirsten.
I'm Allie.
And you're listening to
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Roommates from Hell.
Dun, dun, dun. Hey, why are we thinking for them? Because they tend to teach us lessons,
True.
important life lessons.
Yes.
So
And
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have these stories because it's always weird with roommates, you know.
Yeah.
You don't know how you're going to live with somebody. Also, I feel like when you live with like a best friend, that can ruin
Yeah,
your
it can.
friendship.
You can also just
So-
like learn things about people that like you did not know when you live with them.
Yeah.
It's so much different living with someone, and that happens when in relationships too. Like,
Mhm. But
when you-
especially when you're younger, living with people
Mhm.
like this, all the stories I have are from when I was in my 20s.
yeah, you know what it is? I think it's like we at that age are like coming out of our parents' house, and we think that that's just like however we lived in our parents' house is how everybody lives.
Yeah.
But that's not true. Like
Yeah.
everybody's raised differently and like was born with different rules.
Mhm.
And so I think that was like a big thing for me, like going into college, like realizing, oh yeah, okay, like certain people would get annoyed by things that I did that I didn't realize I was doing because it's just how I grew up. And then vice versa too.
Yeah.
But then there's the shitty people that like should have known better. And
Yeah.
we'll get into those
Mhm.
as well. So I don't know. You want to tell one of your stories first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So, I've had quite a few roommates. I've lived with tons of different people, especially in LA. I feel like I've shared like one bedroom with 2 people, like
Mhm.
made a makeshift bedroom in the living
That's
room.
what we did too.
So then it's
Yeah.
like you don't really have your own bedroom, which I think adds some stress to the situation. So there was one time I lived in this big ass house in Columbus, Ohio. I didn't go to college. I went to beauty school. But I lived with a bunch of the Ohio State college students in this house because we're all the
How
same age.
Wait, how did that happen? Like, was it Craigslist or something?
Yeah, it was just Craigslist.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know anybody here. I might as well live with some college students.
Yeah, we're all, yeah.
like I'm just in beauty school.
You're in school.
But
yeah.
the problem with that is I had to go to beauty school on Saturdays.
Okay.
So they'd always have parties on Fridays.
Oh my
and
God. Why were they doing you like that though? in beauty
because
school?
beauty school Saturdays are mandatory.
Why?
It's Tuesday through Saturday.
Why?
That's just how salons are. That's just how
That's stupid.
that's how it is. Because
They should do
Saturdays are
Monday through Friday.
but Saturdays are your busiest day in the salon.
Yeah.
because everyone's off.
Yeah, but you're in school.
It doesn't matter. We're working for free, essentially, while learning, but we're doing hair as if it was a salon.
Yeah, you have to learn. Yeah.
So anyway, I was in beauty school. I was like 19. I was 19 when I lived here. And it was a big-ass house. I remember I paid $275 a month to live there.
Hell yeah.
It was in a sketchy place. But
you, it was for your room in the house.
Yeah, I had my own room, and I lived with 5 other people. Yeah. So this was a big-ass house full of 6 people living there, 3 girls, 3 guys. Mm-hmm. So it was like the MTV, Real World. Yeah. In a way.
I had a situation like that once.
Yeah, it was fun. I look back at that
college,
when you're in college, it's fun. So those roommates were crazy. 2 of them were on again, off again dating. They were always fighting. One of them got locked, the guy locked the girl out of the house in a sketchy area, and she was banging on the door and yelling so loud that they got the cops called on them. It was just a hectic house. And
was it a party house?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's college.
That's college, baby.
That's college for you, baby.
Yeah. We got into a lot of fights at that house. But I remember one person moved out and this new girl, Gabby, moved in. And I remember she was very well off, comes from a rich family.
What was she doing living there? saving money.
I guess, saving money. And it was a nice house. It was big and it was nice, new,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
I'm imagining where I live, which was not nice.
No, it was actually a nice place, but it was in the bad part. We got it broken into a couple times and it was, But Gabby moves in, okay? And she doesn't have the same life experiences I feel that I've had.
What most of the other people too were more
most of the other people were taking care of themselves at this point, and her mom was paying for her rent.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So me, her, and this girl Bryn all moved out of that house and got our own house together. Okay, so there was 2 bedrooms upstairs, 1 in the basement, and then 1 bedroom. They turned the dining room into a bedroom, and that was mine. Yeah, there was a rando person. Okay. We got a random girl. I don't remember anything about her. I know she was kind of annoying, but I don't remember anything about her.
Why did you get a random person if there was 3 bedrooms?
Because there was a basement. Well, I think just to save money. It was just cheaper because the people before us had made the dining room into a bedroom, so it was advertised as a 4-bedroom house.
Was there a door in the... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it was like a bedroom anyway.
Yeah, it was a bedroom, literally, but it was attached to the kitchen.
Okay.
But there was a sliding door and stuff. But so we moved into this house, and, we were all friends at the time, and it started rocky because Bryn was paying the most money, and she had her own bathroom. Bryn was my friend. Okay. She had the biggest room with the bathroom attached. And then there was the other bathroom upstairs that wasn't attached to a room. Okay. And then there was Gabby's room. Then downstairs in the basement, inside this girl's room, was another bathroom. Okay. But again, it was in her room. It wasn't just a bathroom for anybody. Yeah. So my thought was, I should probably share the bathroom that's upstairs. That's a standalone bathroom, the only standalone bathroom in this house.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With Gabby, because she doesn't have a bathroom in her bedroom. Yeah. We're the only 2 without bathrooms in our bedrooms. Yeah. So we should share the bathroom.
That makes sense.
She threw a fucking fit and said, my mom's not going to pay my rent if I don't have my own bathroom.
Then why didn't she get one of the rooms with her own bathroom?
Because Bren already called it? I don't know. She didn't want to live in the basement.
Then girl, move somewhere
She didn't
else.
want the makeshift bedroom that I had because it wasn't a real bedroom. She wanted her own upstairs bedroom, and she wanted the bathroom to herself. And she was pissed off and told me, well, if you dirty up that bathroom, I'm going to be pissed.
Bitch.
And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Is she saying you're dirty?
Right. So ever since that point, Gabby was a fucking bitch to me. And I think because Gabby and Bryn were upstairs, they united and became a bitch to me. Both of them became a bitch to me. And they started picking on me. And one time, well, they didn't like how much my boyfriend at the time came over, which he came over a normal amount of time. Like, it wasn't crazy. But one of the downstairs roommate I remember is like, I'm tired of seeing his skinny ass jeans. Because he was like kind of an emo. Yeah. She's like, the skinny ass jeans. I'm like, oh, his clothes bother you? Like, I don't know what to tell you. So one time I was washing my clothes and I come out and my wet, damp clothes are on the ground in front of the washer.
So it's like before it's even finished washing.
Yes. Gabby took my clothes out of the washer, put them on the floor so that she could wash her own clothes.
Yeah, and this is why we're using names, Gabby.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about you.
Fuck you.
Fuck
man.
you, Gabby.
That's such a bitch move.
Yeah.
Like, there's like no reason to do that.
No. So they hated me. I ended up breaking the lease early somehow and getting out of it because I was getting bullied.
Yes.
Like, for no reason, for having the bathroom, for sharing the bathroom with someone, and also for my boyfriend.
Like, you both need a bathroom. Like
my boyfriend coming over. Like, sorry, I don't want to go into the girl I don't know's bedroom every time I have to pee.
Yeah. And you need to shower.
Yeah.
Like
so she's a fucking.
Also, it makes sense because the bathroom was on your floor.
No.
Oh no. Sorry. Now
I know. Only.
But I got so confused.
It's okay. The dining room was on the main floor. That's where my room is.
So there was no bathroom on the main
floor.
floor.
No bathroom on the main floor.
I see. Okay,
so that's why I was like, I can either go up or down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down because that's in somebody's room.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go up to the one that isn't in someone's room.
That makes sense.
But no, it was the worst thing that I could have ever suggested. And I fought for it. I was like, I'm not going in this stranger's bedroom to go
But how did
shower.
you end up with the shittiest room?
Because it was cheaper.
Okay.
So I was like, whatever, I'll take the shitty room. It wasn't even shitty. It was like a big ass, like pretty big room.
It was just the fact that it was like connected to the kitchen, not like technically a room. Okay.
So it was the cheapest, and I was like, whatever, I'll take that. So I only stayed there for like 3 months, I think, because they were being so mean to me.
Yeah.
And me and my boyfriend at the time ended up just moving in together after that.
Well, fuck you, Gabby. And like Bryn, you were supposed to be her friend.
Bryn
Why
really
did you have her back?
Bryn did not have my back. Me and Bryn were like this, and then Gabby came and fucked everything up. And I blame Bryn for that too.
Yeah, Bryn could have really had your back, and she decided to go turn to Gabby.
I thought we were besties.
Yeah.
Also, I was like the odd one out because I was in beauty school. I was a weirdo. I had a weird haircut. I did my makeup weird.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I didn't really fit into the girly girl aesthetic, and they did. So that could have been it too. But either way, I got bullied, and I hope those bitches are not doing well. Not doing well.
I hope somebody threw their laundry out.
I hope so.
All right. Well, fuck them. I have a college story. Okay. Our college, you can basically, like, when you're a freshman, you can, like, come in. If you already had a friend, you can, like, choose your friend to be your roommate, or you could do, like, the lottery system or whatever. I don't know if it's a lottery system, but, like, they basically, like, assign you with somebody. And I went to a college that I didn't know anybody. Like, nobody from my school was going there, and nobody I knew was going there. So I just got a random roommate. And she was a sophomore when I was a freshman. And so, like, we met, like, online beforehand. Like, we met on Facebook and, like, talked. And she seemed really cool and, like, really nice. And we talked about how we're going to decorate the room together. But, like, I don't know. There are a couple things that, like, I could have noted at the time as red flags, but I'd never had a roommate before. I was like fresh out of high school.
Yeah, how would you know?
I was 18 years old. Like I don't ever lived with my parents and my brother. So yeah, I was like, oh my God, it's going to be so much fun to like live with another girl. And like, you know, we're going to share stuff. I've never had a sister before. Do you feel like that maybe? So yeah, like there are a couple of things that I could have like seen as red flags. Like first of all, in the beginning, she was like, well, since I'm a sophomore, I'll take the bed by the window and you can have the one by the door. And I was like, okay. But that was like my first kind of like impression. Like when I came into the room, she was like, well, I'm going to take this room or this bed.
Okay.
And You can have the one by the door. Which the way the rooms were set up, like that was like there's only one spot for where the beds can go. It's like one by the window, one by the door, and then there was like 2 vanity dressers on the other wall and like 2 little closets on the other side. You couldn't like rearrange the vanities in the closet, so the bed had to be on this wall. So it's either by the window or the door. So anyway, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then like we have roommate agreements. So it's like my freshman year, and like we signed these roommate agreements with the RA, and it's like things that they like laid it out for us really nicely. It was like you check like yes or no, like is this okay? Is this okay? And there are certain things like can you share stuff? And I just checked yes to everything because I was like, yep, it's gonna be like having a sister. Like we can share everything together. Like we can just whatever you want, girl. Like we're gonna be besties.
You're a girl's girl.
Yeah. And I was like, we're gonna be besties. You can share, like you can use my lotion, you can use my shoes whenever you want. Just ask, like we're gonna be besties. But she took that as like, oh, like I can just like wear your stuff and like give it to my friends and not ask you. Like,
wait,
yeah, because that's what she started doing. And there were certain. I think the first time I noticed it happening was one time I came into my dorm room and her friend's in there wearing my shoes. And I'm like, okay, like weird. That's just like weird. Like, yes, I said we could share our stuff, but that's just like a weird thing to do. Like let your friends wear my shoes. And then I started noticing things like my face wash would be like almost gone. Like she was like using my stuff, like and taking like not buying her own.
Taking full advantage of you.
Yeah, like I would find like, empty bottles of stuff and I'm like, I know I didn't use that much. And I mean, in retrospect, like maybe I should have been like stronger on like the let's ask each other part.
Like 18.
Yeah, I was just like, yay, like sisters, roommates.
Yeah.
And then there was one time I was really upset because I lost my favorite necklace. This is like going to be telling of the time, but it was like a heart, a chain with a heart and like cheetah print inside. Oh. No, not cheetah print. It was a zebra print inside the heart.
Not the zebra print.
Zebra print inside the heart. And I loved that necklace and I couldn't find it. And I was like asking her and she like watched me look around for it. Couldn't find it. Come to find out, like a lot of these little things would happen. And so I started looking through her stuff because I was like, this is like, I'm getting kind of like annoyed by it. Like I even like confronted her about it and she like said no. And so I started looking through her stuff. I found that necklace in the bottom of her bag, broken, her backpack broken. And then I like scrolled through Instagram, saw a picture of her wearing it, like in a picture. Bitch.
Oh my God.
And then I think it like escalated. I think after like the necklace thing. Okay, yeah. So after the necklace things happened, that was like my proof that she was actually like doing stuff, like taking my stuff without asking. So after that, I took it to the RA. But basically, since there was like no like real evidence that she was doing anything, like I couldn't, there's no like cameras or anything, and we would often like leave the door unlocked. It was basically like he said she said kind of thing, like because she kept saying like, no, it wasn't me, I didn't do it, like I didn't do any of that, like that wasn't me. And like she like took that to the grave, like she was like, no, like I would never do that. And so it was just like my word against hers, and there was no way to prove anything. But like it escalated more after that because I had a job. She didn't have a job. She would just like sit there in her room like after school, like I don't know, do nothing. And I think that she knew that I was like putting my cash. I worked at Dairy Queen, and I was making like $7 an hour, and like I would put my cash in my drawer, and she had seen me put it in there. There was like periodic times that like I couldn't find the cash in the drawer, and I was like, maybe I'm just drunk and forgot, so I didn't like want to totally rule it out. But it got to a point where like I would find the cash just wasn't there so many times that I was like, she's taking it. And then this was another part where I was like literally like asking her about it. I'm like, do you know anything about this? And she literally like watched me take all of my drawers out of like the dresser, like rifle through everything. She sat there on her bed and like watched me do this and like would not admit that she fucking took my money. Like she definitely took it because she was the only person that knew that it was there.
Yeah.
If anybody,
who else
like,
would it be?
Yeah. And if somebody was like breaking into our dorm room, like they would have stolen something more than cash in my sock drawer. Like, like we had other valuable things. And then there's like one more. And this is kind of a silly one, but it's like, it just pisses me off. I was broke too. I was just making money and she wasn't, right? But like I I think I wanted to like buy beer with my friend. And so we were like sitting on my side of the room and like I had like all my quarters and like coins out. I literally had like this big thing of coins and I was like organizing all my coins. And so like I had like my coins in front of my bed in stacks. And there's like stacks of quarters and dimes and nickels. And they're all like organized. And like I think I left with my friend to go do something, came back, the dimes and the nickels were still there, and then the quarters were gone.
Interesting.
Brittany,
Brittany,
you want to explain that one?
where'd they go? Where's the quarters?
It's like she would just like do stuff like that, and it was so annoying and I could never prove it. But fast forward, it was maybe 4 or 5 years later. She messaged me on Facebook and she was like, I just want to say I'm sorry for being such a shitty roommate.
Wow.
And I just responded like, oh, what made you think of that? And she was like, I was just talking to my fiance about like how I just took advantage of because she dropped out of college. And she's like, I took advantage of my time there. And like, I really didn't appreciate my time in college. And I just wanted to say sorry. So she made it about her basically, like saying like, I didn't respond with words. I responded with a request for $60. And it was more than $60 that she stole though.
Yeah.
Mind you, because it was like 20s that she was like taking out of my drawer.
Yeah.
She responded with, well, I see you haven't matured. And then she blocked me. And I was like, bitch, give me my money.
I
To
see.
this day, she said sorry and never admitted that she stole that money from me. And the quarters thing was so petty. Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I'm mad about that
Fuck
still.
that bitch, dude.
I'm so mad about that. And it's like she didn't have a job. I was working for that money. I didn't have like...
You were
it
just
wasn't
a
like
broke
my parents'
college
money.
kid.
Yeah, it wasn't like my parents' money. It was like literally quarters on the floor, like $20 bills that I was like working like for hours. Like I was making $7 an hour. That was like 5 hours of work that she stole from me.
Brittany can go to hell, dude.
I hate her.
I hope you're divorced.
I hope so too. Oh, should I tell the condom story? So the last thing about her is, I guess I probably wasn't the best roommate at the time either. Like I was partying and getting drunk and like I was being a crazy like 19-year-old, you know? But anyway, she, like, when she moved out, so she dropped out, like, halfway through the year, she dropped out of school, and she, like, cleared out all of her stuff, and there was one time, like, her and her mom, like, had left the room, like, while they were moving stuff out, and I was, like, looking through her drawers, as you do for a person who's stealing from you, and... one of her drawers had like a condom in it, and there's a note on the condom that was like, bye Kirsten, like this is for you, I think you'll need it, or something like that. Like
slut shaming you,
calling me a slut. Yeah. But she never gave it to me.
But you found it, so you know it existed.
I know
Did she apologize for that?
No, well, she didn't know that I knew that it existed, but like I know she hated me for other reasons too, and
she was jealous.
I think what it was she was jealous. There was this one guy that she was like in theater with that I like was dating for a little bit, and before I started dating him, she would talk about like how he was so hot, and then she would like whenever I would go to parties, she'd be like, oh, like you go to parties, like I don't know, she was just like very
judgy.
Yeah, but I could tell like maybe she like wanted to be invited or like, so it was sort of like that kind of thing. Well, fuck you, Brittany. You stole a lot of money from me. Never admitted to it. I hope to this day you are guilty.
Yeah, so there.
All right, so we do have one friend that this story is going to be split up into parts because we were very drunk.
Yes.
And we went on a lot of tangents.
Yes. Just warning, we're drunk in all of these clips.
Yeah, we are drunk in all of these, so sorry if we were annoying. But we tried to, like, pick out the points that were important. So the backstory of this friend, he lives now, like, in a house with, like, 4 other people. But when he first moved in there, he moved in with 2 friends that used to be a couple. The guy was somebody that he had been friends with for like 4 or 5 years. Like they were like really close friends. And then the girl used to date the guy like 3 years
exes
before. Yeah. And now they're broken up. And so this was like a thing from the beginning when they first moved in, that our friend was like, hey dude, are you okay to live with your ex? Basically, is this gonna be fine?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be chill? And his friend's like, yeah. So that's the backstory. And then it's also about how these 2 people were just not very great to live with. And let's hear like the first clip about it.
Okay. Tell us about your roommate story. If you want to be anonymous.
No, it's okay.
We'll make it anonymous.
It's fine. Don't tell your roommate when they had a sister passed away that after a month, they should get over it. That would be great.
Who said that?
Roommate.
Someone said that to you?
Yeah.
You said you should get over it?
It was like, why aren't you
monthly,
considering me? I know it's been a month, but why aren't you considering
Says
me?
someone who's never lost anybody close to
And
them
that was
ever in their life.
exactly what happened. And it's weird. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what the best thing to do would be to like, oh, should I curse you out? Should I say some crazy shit? Should I be evil? But honestly, what I took from it was like, all right, you'll know one day. And that's all that matters.
So yeah, this was a situation where, I don't know, I feel like a lot of us have had, if you went to college, you had roommate situations like this where like they ended up, the two people that like used to date, that said that they weren't going to start dating, ended up starting to date, and they were fighting all the time. And our friend like related that to how like maybe you would hear your parents fight all the time, slamming doors, and then you would hear them having sex.
Yeah.
Like going to each other's rooms, like
Yeah, he was
like
saying
really
they would fight,
distracting.
and then like 2 minutes later, you'd hear them like having sex.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't believe you're just doing this blatantly, so loud, like you don't care.
Yeah, it's just like kind of like disrespectful to your roommates and annoying.
Yeah. So let's hear the next part.
Fortunately, I didn't realize how much like
This
folks didn't care. Yeah, like and I that kind of, I don't know, I think that kind of got me. Basically everything this ends in is like people that you think that can like honestly like cover you and you think that they have your back might suddenly randomly choose instant love. And I'm not saying instant love doesn't matter. It's just when I've known you for 8 years and you've known this person for 2 years, maybe don't respect me in the way that would be someone that was less than 2 years. Maybe even if you have to lie and act like, oh, like I'm listening to you, but I want to believe her more because I'm in love with her. Okay, fine, whatever. But when it comes to a point where like you're defending her over like weird ass racist shit.
Yeah. So
this is where we get into the part where it's like, okay, this person that he trusted ended up kind of like
his
taking
friends,
the side.
his like good guy friends.
Yeah, like ended up taking the side of the person that they once dated because they started fucking again.
Yeah.
And dating again.
Yeah, but they started dating again, but they didn't tell any of the roommates. Remember he said that?
Yeah. And then also it's like the girl ends up doing some like microaggressive and like blatantly racist things. Let's hear the first weird thing that
this is
happened.
an example of like how she was treating him.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us like some of the things that happened?
Yeah, let's hear the dirty deeds.
There was one time when she came home, she had a friend over. They were visiting. Oh, this is good. This is good, nigga. This is good. All right. For the audience, black man just stood up. She honestly, she came back with her friend. We all knew that she was there. It was totally fine. It was totally okay. She came back having a snack for her boyfriend. That's her roommate. Whatever. Oh my God, we're having a snack. Oh, that's great. The boyfriend's friend that they've been longer was like, hey, do you want one? He was like, okay. He's black. I'll give her that. He's black. And she's
white.
She's Asian American.
Asian American. And then the guy's white.
Hard on Asian American. He's also Asian American.
Oh.
Whatever. All that shit happens. I'm sitting there. Mind you, a trigger warning. I'm just over a loss. Someone's died. I'm sad. Yeah. Shit's awful. I'm just sitting here. And then as that's happening, he goes, hey, Sky, do you want some of this bread? And I'm like, yeah, I'll take a bite. Sure, whatever. She snatches that shit away from him and goes, I bought this for him.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
she just offered it to you.
Yeah, you not only offered it to me, but offered it to your friend who's also black. So that means you did not want me to have it.
Yeah.
I said this to her, literally confronted her about that. She tried to act like it was nothing. And then to the point where like it was very obvious that things were getting pulled in different directions. She was like, okay. That was what I meant to do. I'm sorry about that. That was in general.
She admitted that it was
she admitted
racially charged?
Yes, she admitted that it was literally like, hey, like I wanted to make you angry. I wanted you to make you feel like, hey, the people you lost does not matter.
Yeah, so he's going through this loss, and she's over here like, don't give him any bread. I didn't get it for him.
Yeah,
like,
this
fuck
is like,
you, bitch.
To give some context though from like what happened, and I think it's okay to tell this part of the story. Like at the time, like his sister was like missing in overseas. I forget like where, like somewhere in South America. I think she was like missing, and she died.
And they found her body.
They found her body, but then they like weren't able to get her body for a really long time, and like just working with like the customs and like the government was like really, really difficult. And
so it wasn't just a normal loss. It was like a stressful as fuck situation where she died overseas, and like just getting her body back was insane and crazy. Hard. And he's going through all of this, and meanwhile this fucking bitch is like, don't give him bread.
Not the bread.
Like,
not the bread for him. Like,
fuck you.
Like, just like let him have some bread.
Yeah. So,
and I think this is like one small situation, like one small example of like a lot of things that were happening too. And we'll get into another thing.
Yeah, her parents come.
Yeah.
And this is just setting more of the backstory for
more context.
Yeah.
For you.
When her parents visited, she lied to them. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm living with my boyfriend and also like a friend of his, and the other guy's gay and stuff. And like, she's half right, but at the same time, like,
she said you were gay?
You're gay.
Yeah, but like it's the same time, like you're just trying to play down for your parents.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing. I was trying to really come to be that person to be like, hey, in the house, there's 3 dudes here, but I want to be the person here to make sure that you feel safe and all the things that you're saying is good. And instead it was, hey, you're a black dude, so like, why are you trying to always have sex with me all the time? And it was just like, whoa, wait. Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking at you. I'm not doing anything. Why are you trying to be on this
That's
extra
a common
shit?
theme I've been seeing.
Yeah. And it was awkward.
Yeah, that's some real shit.
It was awkward to a point where it was just like, not even awkward. I just say awkward because I guess I'm trying to still be nice. But like truly.
I mean, it was awkward.
Yeah, but like it's that kind of thing of like a lot of times where what we should be going through is normal, regular, oh, this is awkward shit, right? Instead, we go through shit that's like
somebody made up some shit in their head. Like,
exactly. Yeah. And now like I'm understanding you're the bad person, even though what's in my head is the wrong thing.
So I was saying how I think that provides context because there is this idea of black men being threatening.
Yeah.
And I think that is kind of a microaggression when she makes the only black guy she lives with the gay one.
Yeah.
Because
she's afraid of like what her parents are going to think or something.
Yeah, she's like, but don't worry guys, like he's gay.
Yeah.
So he's not threatening.
And she lied. Like
she lied about
gay. Yeah.
Well, he said half true, which we're not going to talk about his sexuality.
That's his story.
But the point is she never talked to him about his sexuality. She just said that because she didn't want her parents to find him
living with a black guy
that could fuck her.
Fuck her. And then I think there was also like, it sounded like more to that too, like the way that she felt like he would maybe like do something, like maybe try to like hit on her, and it wasn't even that. He was just trying to be nice.
He was trying to make her feel comfortable in a house full of men.
Yeah.
And if you know our friend, he is very non-threatening, makes you feel comfortable.
Yeah,
he's a feminist.
Like very like friendly guy.
Yeah.
Like,
and
guy next door. Yeah.
I've seen that happen with my own boyfriend who's black.
Yeah.
I've seen white girls be like, he touched me.
Yeah.
On the back. He touched my back.
Yeah.
And like, okay, he was being nice. Like he wasn't trying to hit on you.
Yeah, he was just
while I'm standing there.
Like just happened to touch like you in a way.
He was saying
that was,
like
nothing.
Yeah. So I said that's a common theme because I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
Like these women, like, just because they're...
No, I get it. I think that there is, like, it's like a microaggression, but also like a little bit like of like an outwardly racist thing. You like are assuming that because like they're a black guy, they're going to be like obsessed with you. And,
right. Like, oh, they just want to have sex with me. No, bitch. No one wants to have sex with me.
People can just be nice.
Yeah. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one more part, and it kind of ends it, but I think it goes into a little bit more of the racism. Yeah, so this, we were at Friendsgiving, and we had some studio audience members in the room, and...
Oh, yeah.
my partner comes in.
Had to chime in because...
He had to chime in.
It's fucked up.
Look,
articulated black.
You being non-black and somewhat decent looking, not ugly, does not mean that I or him or anyone else as a black man is trying to fuck with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Please don't get it fucking twisted.
And you take it in a way that's like, we always feel like we have a way to like overpower. And that's
that Emmett Till shit, nigga.
Exactly. That's the thing that like is really frustrating because it's like,
that's
hey,
why I got hot.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Kadar left the room, but I want to make sure we understand.
No, he's right.
That's exactly. It's like, the Emmett Till shit of being like, hey, like, not only are you not like some white motherfucker, but you're some like person that's coming out from the outside trying to be white and trying to be like, hey, like we're safe. And oh my God, he like took this. Oh my God, he's like, oh, I couldn't help it. He's like hot, but like whatever. And it's just in that point of I was just trying to make you comfortable.
Yeah.
I was trying to make you somewhere that was going to be accepted.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's kind of weird how in the 2 cents, I don't think that like Midwest or other places that are in America would have this conversation. So I'm very proud and very happy about that.
Okay, we're done with Sky's story.
Okay.
Thank you for the story.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, guys, we did not edit that last part very well.
It didn't end like that. I wasn't just like, okay, good. You like talking about this? Bye.
We didn't mean to end it that way. That was bad editing on our part. But like, they talk about Emmett Till, and I just want to talk about if you forgot about the Emmett Till story.
Yeah, this is important.
He was a 14-year-old African American youth who was abducted and lynched in Mississippi in 1955. Basically, he offended a white woman. He said something that might have like been construed as
hitting
flirtatious.
on her or flirtatious. Yeah.
And he was abducted and lynched. Nobody ever got in any trouble about it, and he died. And he was a kid.
So it's another one of those things where, oh, a black man talked to me, he must want to fuck.
Yeah.
And that's freaking me out. Now I must tell someone.
Yeah, I must do something about it.
Yeah, like, and then you just got this little kid. He's 14.
He's literally 14.
You got him home.
Yeah,
he's a precious baby angel.
A little baby boy.
Like,
but yeah.
Even if he was hitting on you, just laugh about it and move on.
Yeah.
What is he doing? Like, what?
Just fuck off. Like, don't.
Just fuck off.
Yeah. Like, tell him to fuck off. If he's flirting with you,
and
you
handle
don't want
it yourself.
Like,
and then don't get him fucking killed because he does not deserve that. Like, that's some white people shit to do.
Yeah.
And it's not okay. Like, we need to do better. And that happened when? In the 50s?
Yeah.
And I feel like this shit still happens.
Yeah, it still is happening. I mean, we have proof that it's like still happening. Like, it's not like people are getting killed over it. Maybe they are.
They might still be getting killed because there are some black men who have been found lynched, and we don't know the origins or anything
or why. But like, it could be because of.
But you never know. Yeah. You never know why, and it's like modern day. Like, this is still happening.
Yeah.
Even if it's not on that scale, it's still happening, and it's not cool.
Yeah. So just. Don't be racist, guys.
Don't be racist.
Don't lie to your parents and like tell them that your black friend is gay just to like make it sound better.
Like
that's so weird.
Yeah, that just tells me everything I need to know about this bitch. And being racist is just really stupid, and I don't get it.
Yeah, just stop it, guys.
Don't do that.
But also, like, just don't be a shitty roommate too. It sounds like his friend wasn't doing anything racist. I don't really know, but
it didn't sound like his friend was doing anything racist, but he wasn't standing up for him against this girl.
Which is like shitty. It's like
which
that's
is also
like a
your
bad friend thing.
You're compliant almost, you know, because you're gonna take this girl's side over one of your good friends.
Yeah.
So
that's fucked up.
You're
So
still
anyway, their loss.
Yeah.
Their loss on a really good friend and roommate.
Yep.
But yeah, we decided, since this episode has gone pretty long, we do have 2 other stories, but y'all gonna have to wait until next time.
Yeah, we've got 2 more stories. We have 1 more story from each of us. And then we also have 2 more stories from our listeners. We will definitely get into those next week, and as well as our second stories.
Yeah. So stay tuned. I hope you guys like this episode. We're here.
We're here. We're going to come at you. Follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much, Pod. Follow us on TikTok, because TikTok has been fucking us up.
TikTok is shadow banning us because
TikTok
we
sucks.
we got 2 videos in a row that got over 2K views.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started like putting these weird things at the bottom of the thing, like promote to get more views, promote.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like fucking make us pay now.
So yeah, they're
and they're
basically
only
like,
giving us like 2 views per video now.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you want more views? You got to pay this
We
much
got
money.
shadow banned. We got shadow banned by TikTok. So go to our TikTok, share it, watch it to the end.
It's bad when your Instagram videos do better than
yeah,
your
like
TikTok
why did we
videos.
get 30K on an Instagram
We got
video?
30K.
30K on an Instagram video.
But on
and
TikTok,
like,
it was like
that one got like 200 views on TikTok.
That's insane.
So that's crazy, guys. And we can't allow it.
We can't. So go on there and like our shit.
Please like
Tell
our
TikTok
shit.
that we can do this without paying.
Exactly. Instagram is Exhibit A.
Exhibit A, Instagram.
Yeah.
Like when did they make it so that content creators can only get their shit viewed if they pay and they have money?
Yeah.
Content creators should be able to get famous from their content,
That's
no
the
matter
point.
how much money
That
they
is
have.
the
If
point.
they're talented and they're funny and they can do their little shit and make people like them, they deserve to
money.
they deserve to get seen
Yes.
without paying. Like, fuck
like,
capitalism, dude.
There shouldn't be like a fucking like algorithm at all. Like,
No.
well, there should be an algorithm, I guess. I like the algorithm when it comes to like giving you things that you want to see,
Yeah.
but like definitely there shouldn't be anything about like, oh, you're not paying, so we're not gonna.
Yeah, that's
push your
just
video
capitalism at its
That's
finest.
fucked
And I'm not here for it.
I'm not here for it either. And TikTok never used to do that.
No, they just started doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at them.
I think it's because they know that they're gonna lose their U.S. customers soon.
True.
All right, friends. With that one, love you. Thank you so much.
Love you so much. Bye. Mwah.